Ever just find yourself like totally zoned out watching koi, like those flashes of color just gliding through the water?
It's mesmerizing, isn't it?
Totally. So today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of koi fish.
All right.
We've got some really cool facts from More Aquarium Co-op's YouTube video, 9 fun and interesting facts about koi fish.
Excellent source. Love that channel.
Yeah, they've got great stuff. So get ready to look at these, I guess, pretty familiar fish in a whole new light.
You know, what gets me is that these, like, elegant, almost regal creatures, right?
Yeah.
They started as something, well, pretty ordinary.
Okay, wait. You're telling me that those, like, beautiful, almost majestic fish have something in common with, like, the carp you see in a muddy river?
Exactly. Koi fish are basically like a super fancy version of the common carp.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bred over centuries, people wanted those crazy colors and patterns.
That's wild.
What's even more surprising is that this whole selective breeding thing
Yeah.
only started in the 1800s in Asia.
No way.
Relatively recent when you think about domestication and all.
Wow, I had no idea. I would have thought, I don't know, it feels like they've been a part of art and culture, like, way longer.
I know, right?
And their name, koi, is that, like, tied to the carp thing at all?
It is. Koi actually comes from the Japanese word for carp.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, there's a direct link between the fancy fish we see in ponds and their more basic, I guess, ancestors.
That makes so much sense. And speaking of, like, being impressed by them, the crazy variety of colors and patterns you see in koi.
Oh, it's incredible.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like the video mentioned, what, white, black, blue, red, yellow, even spots.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just about how they look.
Right.
I feel like there's some, like, deeper meaning with all the colors.
Definitely. In Japanese culture, every color means something different. Like gold, for example, that represents wealth and prosperity.
Oh, okay.
Might explain why they're so popular, right?
Maybe.
But there's more. White symbolizes purity and good luck. Black represents overcoming adversity. It's kind of cool to think about. Like all the stories a koi pond could tell just with the colors.
Yeah, it'd be like a living, swimming tapestry with, like, hidden meanings and everything.
Exactly.
And, I heard you can even tell how old a koi is just by looking at them. Something about their scales.
It's true. Koi scales actually develop these growth rings.
Get out.
Just like trees. And you can examine them, the rings, to get a pretty good idea of how old they are.
That's so cool.
And these fish, they can live for a crazy long time, like 30 to 40 years on average.
That's incredible. They could be, like, passed down through generations, like a living heirloom or something.
Exactly. It's a really unique pet to have, something that lives that long. But to keep them healthy for that long, you got to understand what they need. For example, just like us, their skin can get sunburn.
Wait, are you serious? Like, these colorful fish need sunscreen?
Not sunscreen exactly, but shade for sure. Super important. So if you have a pond outside, you got to make sure there's enough shade, especially when the sun is really strong. Deep water also helps.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. All that swimming's got to make them hungry. What do they even eat?
So they're omnivores,
Okay.
which means they eat all kinds of stuff, both plants and animals.
Oh, interesting.
We're talking insects, plants, algae, even little invertebrates.
Invertebrates.
Yeah, those are animals without backbones, like insects, worms, that kind of thing.
Oh, right.
And their mouths, they're perfectly designed for this diverse diet.
Oh, how so?
Okay, so unlike a lot of fish, koi have these circular mouths. No teeth. It lets them, like, suck food up from the bottom of the pond or tank. They're true bottom feeders.
So they're like little underwater vacuum cleaners,
Exactly.
but with sophisticated taste.
Okay,
All right, but here's something that really blew my mind. They hibernate.
they do.
What, do they just, like, chill at the bottom of the pond all winter?
Pretty much. When it gets really cold, below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, their metabolism slows down, like way down.
Wow.
So they get less active, don't need as much food, and can survive on the energy they've stored up. It's pretty amazing how they've adapted to survive even harsh winters.
So they literally sleep through the winter.
Yeah, you could say that.
That's amazing.
Huh?
I knew they were pretty, but I never thought they were so complex. It always seemed like they, like, responded to people around the pond. Is that a real thing?
Absolutely. Koi can be surprisingly intelligent.
No way.
Yeah, some people have even trained them to eat from their hands. And they can learn tricks. They can even recognize their owners. And, they have personalities too, so they're way more engaging than most people realize.
That's amazing. It's making me think about setting up a pond totally differently. So what about their social lives? Are they loners or do they like company?
They definitely like being around other fish,
Okay.
especially other koi. You have to be a little careful when you're introducing different types of fish,
Right, yeah.
But in general, koi are pretty peaceful, pretty docile. In fact, if you just have one, it might actually get lonely.
Ah, really? So a koi pond isn't just like a water feature. It's like building a whole little community.
Exactly. And, it's just incredible the diversity in the way life adapts on Earth.
So there we have it, folks. A deep dive into the world of koi fish. We've gone from their humble beginnings as carp to their surprising intelligence and their social lives. It's amazing what's going on under those shiny scales.
Really makes you appreciate, like, the hidden depths, even in creatures we see all the time.
That's a great point. And who knows, maybe there are more secrets hiding in those koi ponds.
I'm sure there are.
Something to think about, right? Could a koi pond, with all its beauty, its history, those fascinating fish, could that be the right thing for your world?
Could be.
We'll leave you with that. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
See you next time.